The heart behind the album. I mean, making an album is like never really something that I anticipated myself doing. It's never really been a goal of mine or something that I really aspired to. I've always really been quite happy in the production side of things or in the writing side of things. I've always really loved leading worship at my church, but that's just kind of been part of how I felt like I served and contributed. And a friend of mine sent me their new album, and I think that he meant to send me one song, but he accidentally sent me the whole project. And so I was like, well, it would be rude to not listen. And so I listened to the whole project, and there was one song on it that just, I was sitting in my driveway in my truck, and the song just moved me in a way that frankly, like I hadn't been moved by music in quite a long time. And I just, in that moment, felt like God was like, hey, like you need to do a project. And I basically tried to make a deal with God where I was like, look, like if I, get some sort of really clear pushes from people over the next couple weeks, I'm not going to bring it up to anyone, but if I do, then I'll do it. And then of course, like over the next several weeks, I had 4 or 5 people reach out to me about, man, I would love to plan a project if you ever did one, or have you ever thought about doing anything? And then sort of the kicker was when Joel and a guy named Chris York reached out to me and were like, hey, we're working on these projects and we think that you doing one might be something that we want to do. I sent sort of a group of songs that I happened to have sort of ready to go over to the team, and was expecting them to say, like a couple of these will work, but like let's keep writing here and here and so on and so forth. And essentially they came back and they were like, this is great, these are all great, let's do these 12 songs. And I was like, oh, okay. So we're doing this thing. And so I kind of had this idea that I was like, man, I would really love to just kind of have a band in a room without a crowd, without any attention, without really any bells and whistles, and just kind of hit record and see what happens. And so we pulled a team together, some really close friends, some musicians that I really trust and have long friendships with, and have been in the trenches with, and who have been in tons of amazing God encounter moments together. And we kind of prepared a roadmap, and this is what we think is going to happen, and this is how we think the songs are going to go, but you never really know. And we got everybody into the room, and over the course of a couple days, we just kind of hit record and just started going, and got multiple takes and iterations of all the songs. And so it's been a really special journey, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and really grateful that people would be remotely interested in listening to it. So it's exciting.